Hey friends, it's Carmen. Thank you for watching and welcome back to my channel. I am finally back and officially, I promise. We will talk about in a little bit why I just left YouTube for a while. But as we catch up, I'm gonna be using the new ColourPop limited edition Twilight collection, which I'm beyond excited to finally have this. It comes with a beautiful palette with a lot of colors, and it comes with 3 eyeliners. It's just so beautiful. I created this makeup look entirely with this collection, and it comes with 3 lip oils, which one of them I'm already using it, and it comes with 3 eyeliners, which are so pretty. I'm actually wearing one of them, and these 2 beautiful highlighters are just so cute, and this like all over body shimmer that is called Light Diamonds that makes you shine bright like a diamond, kind of like Edward when he stepped out in the sun and he was like about to get caught. He was a vampire and get snatched by the Volturi. Anyways, let's get ready together and catch up. I can say for sure that a lot of the content you can expect from me is pretty much crime stories, creepy story times, maybe some story times. But if you guys have any content that you would like to watch for me, let me know so I can see what to incorporate into this channel, since now it's going to be more entertainment than makeup tutorials or product review or anything like that. Of course, because makeup love is in me, I will always be talking about products that I'm currently using or new collections that came out and stuff like that. Kind of like crime, creepy story times and makeup together. So yes, please join me. I'm so happy to be back finally, and let's get ready. Okay, so I'm so happy to be back finally. We're gonna get our hair out of the way. Oh my god, I really miss this. It's not like I stopped creating content or anything like that. Like, I created content for like TikTok and such. I missed you guys. I feel like I had built something here and then I just kind of let it go because of my own fears. It sucks. I'm gonna go in with the Smooth Sip by Professional moisturizer. It smells so good and it's so relaxing, which I need much of right now. With some sunblock. I love Shiseido sunblock. This is their Tory Burch collaboration they did. I have like 5 backups on this because I love this one. The scent is different and I love that. I'm gonna prime with some Professionals. Professional. You guys remember when this one was like the viral primer, like Professionals? Oh my god, good old days how the makeup industry used to be, you guys. Like, it's not the same anymore. It just got so competitive with companies and with like creators, like influencers and stuff like that. Just got to a point where like it felt like they were just like trying to shove like products down our throats, and it just took the fun from it. It became a game of like, no, this one's better, no, this one's better, no, this one's better, and it just got annoying. I'm gonna mix 3 foundations because that's just what I do. I love to layer foundations, so I'm gonna mix Chanel Ultra Le Tente, some Clinique, Beyond Perfecting, just a little bit because this one's like 2 shades darker than my actual skin tone. The Chanel one is my skin tone, but it leaves a pinky tone that I don't like. I don't like looking pink. And I'm also gonna mix the Halo Glow from e.l.f. Cosmetics because I love this one. This one's also kind of like too pink for my skin tone. The Clinique literally like evens both of them out, so I'm just gonna mix these 3. And I usually apply it with the e.l.f. wand because I really like the wand. Anyways, let's talk about how we can literally be our worst enemies. It's literally like no worse person that can get into our heads than ourselves. When you really start believing that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, or it's not something that can happen to you, it sucks. We can be so mean to ourselves, you guys, and we have to stop. Like, I'm getting so annoyed by that car outside right now. Like, at this point, what is even the need? What is the need of having such a loud ass car? And those are usually like the annoying ass drivers that like will try to punk you. I drive a Jeep, a Grand Cherokee, and a lot of times like they go next to me and they start doing like that loud ass noise as if like they want to race. You think I'm gonna raise your stupid ass? Like, you really think I'm gonna lose my cool? You really think some freaking rando is gonna make me lose my cool and I'm gonna raise your ass? Because you got me messed up. I'm not a loser like you, and unlike you, I do have places to get safely to. They're so stupid. Like, some people are just so freaking stupid, you guys. It's ridiculous. That was me too, though. I was being stupid like that too, being so mean to myself and talking myself down. it's horrible, you guys. Like, I went through this phase of like mental health for the first time in my life, and then I also went through a phase of depression, which I had never. Thankfully it didn't last that long, but I know like a lot of people, it lasts them years. I can't even imagine, you guys. Like, I feel for you guys, for those of you guys that have gone through that and it's been years and you can't get out of it. I'm so sorry you're going through this, and I really, really, really hope that you're able to get the help that you really need, because it fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're good. You're good, and they're gonna be okay too. Thankfully, I didn't get to a point where like I didn't think that living was worth it anymore. Like, I thank God I didn't get there, because I know of a lot of people that do, and this is why like our generation, and what concerns me most, because it's not really like my generation, it's the generations that are younger than me, than us, the millennials. A lot of them have taken their lives, you guys, and they're young. Bitch, you better thug it out. I was precisely just reading a story this morning, and I had already come across that story. She was 28, and I guess in her country it's legal for them to get like assisted. They have the right to be euthanized if they want to. And she was 28 years old, you guys. She was going through such a hard phase of depression. It lasted years. And for the longest, she was fighting. It's not like she was like giving up or anything like she was fighting. She fought it for years, you guys. She went through, I don't know how many doctors, how many psychiatrists, experts and psychologists and meds and stuff like that. And it just got to a point where doctors were like, it's just not going to get any better for you. Like, this is something you're going to have to learn to live with, because everything that can possibly be done for you has been done. And at this point, wherever we got, it's not going to get better than this for you. And she's like, I don't want to do it anymore. And in her country, it's legal, and they have that right to be voluntarily euthanized. She was only 28 years old. And I look at her picture, and she seems so happy about it, which breaks my heart, because it's like, imagine how bad it must have been for her to be so happy, to think, my life is finally gonna be over. Like, this is gonna be over already. Like, it's okay. Like, I could smile again. For the first time in years, this is the one thing that made her smile. Like, this is the one thing that gave her hope and made her look forward to her future. As bitter and twisted and messed up as that sounds, like, that's the one thing that gave her hope and made her look forward to her future. Sucks, dude. It just really sucks, because a lot of people are going through this stuff, and I just don't know what is going on. It just breaks my heart. I went through it for like, I don't know, I don't even remember, you guys. I don't know, I think like my brain just tried to like kind of like block that part out of my memories, and I want to say it was a week, but in reality it was probably like a month, maybe a little more, but I can't really remember how long it was, you guys. Like, but it wasn't a long time, but even just that little short period of time, it was hell. It was hell, because I wanted to be here, but I wasn't motivated. Like, I wasn't motivated, and I put a little too much freaking contour, and now I'm gonna have to do miracles here. I wasn't like motivated or anything like that. Like, I wanted to do so much. Like, I can't even explain. Like, with my business, with my lip gloss business, I wanted to create so much, do so much with content, with TikTok. Like, I wanted to build something there, and I wanted to do so much here, but I had zero motivation for it. Zero motivation for it. And I was just constantly telling myself that I just wasn't good enough, and that what if I go in front of the camera and then you guys figure that out? You guys figure that I'm not good enough too. And then maybe I was a failure, and I just didn't want to accept that. Maybe I wasn't meant to do great things, and I just don't want to accept that. And And maybe some people might think like, relax, it's just social media. Like up until too long ago, it wasn't even a thing to succeed in social media. Like it's not that serious. Like I can't explain it. To me, it's not everything, but it's important. I don't know why. Maybe those of you guys that have art in your blood and have art as a talent, you're gonna understand me. Like we thrive in this. We thrive in anything that has to do with creativity and art. This is what we're born for. We're sent with this gift of art for a reason. And if we don't put it to practice, and we don't build something or create something with it, like it's our downfall. I can't explain it unless you're an artist yourself. And an artist means a lot of things. It's not just like an entertainer, like a singer, a performer. No, art is in a lot of things. It's anything that has to do with creation, something that has creativity, and you're capable of making something out of it. Like painting, you know, we have famous painters, those are artists. Makeup is definitely art. It's a way of expression, and it's a way of expression in art. It's beautiful. This is why I stopped creating, because I just thought that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't talented and enough. And if I have any coworkers here watching this video right now, I want to thank you, because although like it may seem like I just not shrug off, but like maybe not take your compliments that serious, I promise it's not that I'm not, it's just that I have a hard time of believing things. So when somebody gives me a compliment of, you're so talented, you're so artistic, you're so creative, I'm the problem. I'm the one who has trouble believing that. And it sucks because you see that. I'm working on believing it myself and seeing myself the way you guys see me. I want to like see myself through your eyes so bad. And I keep asking myself, like when I hear these things, these beautiful compliments that literally make my day, but I don't allow myself to believe them. I keep asking myself, like, why can't you just see yourself that way? Like, why can't you just believe that? Why can't you just praise yourself a little bit, you know? You gotta be your number one believer. Like, I have such sweet people in my life that have, like, a couple of them that have been in my life a long time that tell me, I am your number one fan. I'm always gonna believe in you, and I know you're gonna get somewhere. I know you're gonna do great things. And I tell myself, you have to be that for yourself. You can't rely on people saying that to you or being that for you. You have to be that for yourself, because you're the one that's going to take yourself there. Yes, of course, people's support are going to help you. It's part of the journey. It's part of you getting there. Of course it is. But nobody's going to do that for you. You have to build that. You have to see yourself that way and put yourself in that perspective and in that pedestal and in that lighting so that others can see it. If you don't see yourself like that, you're not going to show it, and then nobody's going to see it. It's going to be a couple of people, sure. There's going to be a couple of people that are going to see you. They're going to see your potential, but they're not going to do the work for you. You are. To those people in my life that have always, always believed in me, that still believe in me, and thank you so much, because it does make a huge difference. It's what motivates me. The sweet messages I get in my business page or in my personal page or in my business TikTok telling me that stuff is amazing, that they love it, that my stuff is all they wear. And they're stocking up on my creations. They're stocking up on what I have created. This is what I have currently created. I have one of each, and then I have a whole basket full of every single item I have ever created in my lip gloss collection in my line. Like, this is everything. I promise they're not dusty. It's all the powder I freaking use on the daily that gets all over my stuff, and it literally looks like everything is so dusty, but I promise it's not. People telling me those things, like, literally, you're all I wear. This is what I've been looking for. Like, it's amazing, you know? And I just say thank you, and I just leave it there. I don't take the time to soak that in, to take it in, and to be like, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. You're doing good. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep creating. You keep hard work up, you're gonna get somewhere, you know? I'm still working on that now. But if there's one thing that I can guarantee, mainly to myself now, is that I have finally just accepted myself and learned to just love myself. I've mentioned this before in the past, like here, I think. I've been struggling with an eating disorder for the past, I was like 23 years old when it started. I'm 31 now. I'm gonna be 32 in July. And it's something that developed over time, and I didn't catch on it until after I gained like 100 pounds above my healthy weight. Once I had my son, I was back at my healthy weight. Literally, I was at my best. Considering that a lot of people told me like, do not expect to fit back into your clothes. Like, I fit back into my clothes and even better after I had my son. I was one of those lucky ones. But then, you know, like everybody, we went through some struggles in life. And, you know, along those struggles, there's also the traumas that you're dealing with from your childhood and such things, you know. So everything just adds up, and little by little, you don't catch on these things until like you realize something is wrong, something is not right. And so I slowly developed an eating disorder that I didn't catch on because I've always been one of those people that just eats a lot. Like, I can eat a lot. Since I was like a teenager, like I've always been a foodie. Like, that was like my main thing. Like, I was always like, I'm a foodie. Like, oh, I'm a foodie. Like, don't mess with that. I remember when I was in high school, like my Spanish teacher would like look at, because it was like me and some other kids that were also in sports. And you know, when you're in sports, your metabolism is, as it is as a teenager, your metabolism is running and you're always eating because you're always hungry, so you're always snacking. But when you're in sports and you're a teenager, oh god, anything you eat, you burn it within like 5 minutes and your body just wants more. So we would have Spanish class like after our lunch, and so we just ate, and we would come in with all these freaking snacks. We would come in with carrots and Snickers and corn nuts, and there was always somebody selling like candy, and so we would be buying candy and stuff from the vending machine, and we were like eating. It was as if instead of walking into our Spanish class, we were walking into a movie theater or something. Which it kind of felt that way because like our Spanish teacher was like the best, Miss Sanchez. I loved her so much. She was amazing. She was like one of the best teachers I ever had, and I love that teacher. If only we can express to them how much they impact our lives, right? She had like a little fridge, right? And we would walk in with like a little carrots and our little corn nut bags or whatever, and then she always had a tapatio bottle, and we knew where it was. It was in somewhere in the fridge. And then so one of us would distract her. I'm sorry, Miss Sanchez, I'm sorry. One of us would distract her, and then the other one will go get the tapatio bottle. Then we would like pass it around, pour it in our corn nuts and our carrots, because we were just weird like that. And on our hot Cheetos, whatever we were eating, and then we would like have somebody like distract her again, and then put it back in her desk. And that was our jam. Oh, to be in high school again. One time, I don't know if it was me or one of the students there that I was really cool with, we figured out that she had like dried chili flakes, like a little bag of dried chili flakes, and like he like went and sneaked it out of her fridge, and then he prepped me like some carrots with the chili flakes and the freaking tapatio, and I was like, ew. And I tried, they were so freaking good. But of course, like anything at that age is delicious, especially like with that metabolism that you're running, like. And so she would always tell us like, how are you guys still, you guys just came back from lunch, how are you still eating? Like, como siguen tragando, right? Like, and we would just look at her like, chill out, like it's just carrots, or it's just the Snickers, or it's just corn nuts. But seriously, what the hell were we still eating after having lunch? So I never had a problem or a bad relationship with food at all until later on as an adult. That's when I slowly started developing it. And I didn't really notice it because I used to work at a restaurant. We would always be snacking on fries, anything. I started developing a bad relationship with food like maybe around 23. Maybe it started 22. Maybe it started a little even before. And I didn't notice. I didn't catch it. Now I lost about maybe a good 15 pounds so far right now, and that's because I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, and my husband was diagnosed with high blood pressure. So we've been going on walks, on hikes and stuff like that. Like, I'm definitely watching what we're eating, you know, eating our salads, our fiber, our greens, what you're supposed to do. But of course, like, you know, in Mexican culture, like, you're not taught these things. We fry everything, and we don't have like a consciousness when it comes down to like intakes. We don't say like, hey, you know, a portion is 2 tacos or 3 tacos. You know, if you're gonna eat 4, make sure later you have like a light dinner, like a nice chicken salad or something. Like, we don't have that, you know. We learn that as we go. We just eat until we're like overly full, you know. And so me and my family are on our health journey, and it's been great, and I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with how I look now, although I'm still working. So that's something I don't want it to be misinterpreted or miscommunicated, because something I believe is that body positivity is taken, I think, the wrong way. Body positivity means the way you are born and the way you are, as long as you're healthy, you're fine. Like, love yourself, right? That doesn't mean that you let yourself go as long as you're happy, risking yourself to heart problems like a stroke, like diabetes, cancer, like stuff like that. Like, body positivity does not mean allow yourself to risk health problems because of this self-love. Self-love means taking care of yourself in every aspect. And it's nothing about looks. It has nothing to do with looks. Never mind what people think. We're living in a double standard as society. So never mind what people think. Because for some people, you're always going to be to this, to that. So forget that. You're not here to please anybody but yourself. If you're a person that is struggling with obesity, don't let this body positivity movement fool you into thinking that it's okay, that you're good. As long as you're happy, you're good. Because there's no way in the world that you can be happy when you're having trouble to breathe, when you get fatigued really easily, when you have brain fog, when you have dizziness, you're constantly getting sick, like catching a flu or something. There's no way in the world that you can be happy. Don't fool yourselves. Don't fool yourself. Don't let this movement fool you into accepting all that, because it's not right. It's not healthy. You're not at your best. And again, it has nothing to do with looks, but I think that it's miscommunicated a lot, this whole body positivity movement. It's not about how you look. It's not like it's a crime to be fat or anything like that. It's the consequences that it's going to bring you, because this body positivity movement, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be there when they have to amputate something from you because your diabetes got so bad that now they're going to have to start taking parts from you. And now you're going to have to be on like 14 pills because whatever disease you got so bad because of your morbid obesity or because you're overweight, and now there's no reversal to it. Don't let this movement fool you into that. The body positivity, it's meant for us to accept the way we are born, not how we developed because of traumas, because of eating disorders. There's a lot of tools out there to help ourselves, like therapy, like nutritionists, like doctors. There's a lot of resources and there's a lot of tools out there to help us get past these challenging things so that we can be at our very best. Loving yourself is making sure that you're at your best, that you put yourself first. I know this is going to make a lot of people feel a certain way. And if it's making you feel a certain way and you are in that position and it's irking you, it's because you're one of them. It's not about people telling you how you look better. It's not about people telling you that you would be prettier if you lost these many pounds less. Like, no. The message I'm trying to get to you is that you will only be at your best when you're your healthiest and your fittest. Meaning you can walk from your car to a store without running out of breath. You can go on a hike with no problem or feeling like you're dying. Meaning you can play with your kids without feeling like you're dying, like you're overly tired, like you're super fatigued. Now, with that being said, I also want to point out that when you go to a doctor and you're telling them that you're feeling certain things, the number one thing that they're gonna point out is you're overweight. That there is doctors out there that do blame everything on weight. There is. I already experienced one and it wasn't even with myself. Discarded, of course. Not because I know more, but because, at least to my logic, it didn't make any sense. I got a second opinion and I was right. It wasn't just about the weight, it was other things. But the number one reason you're overweight, your doctors point that out and they tell you need to work on that, it's because if after you are in your healthy weight, now healthy weight according to your height, according to your body mass, according to you yourself, if even after you are in your healthy weight you're still having these problems, then they can take a look at what might be going on with you. For example, feeling out of breath still, feeling dizziness or brain fogginess, they can start looking into other things. But unfortunately, a lot of problems do come with overweight, and that's just reality. Yeah, maybe we don't want to hear it, but it is what it is, and it's reality. And I think it's time for us to start accepting that and be adults about it and just accept that indeed, like as much as maybe we don't want to, we're going to have to lose a few pounds sometimes. Who doesn't want to be at their best, you guys? Yo, this eyebrow. Anyways, the important part is that we are constantly trying to better ourselves and we are trying to become the best version of ourselves. And being at our healthiest is part of it. Part of your self-love and acceptance is that too. Yes, definitely love yourself at the stage that you are. Like, wherever you are now, love yourself then. Because wherever you are, this is your avatar. This is the body that is getting you to do everything you have to do on the daily, to go to work, to take care of your kids, to take care of this, to do that, like doing with you everything you gotta do on the daily. You have to love it. You have to love it. There is like no way around it. You have to love it. Just to use it as an example, what do we do? What do we do for the people that we love? We make sure they're okay, right? That's part of the love. That's part of the loving process. That's what you have to do for yourself too. You have to make sure that you're okay too. It's part of the self-love process, making sure that you're okay. I'm so excited. I already used this collection once. I was getting ready on TikTok live. I already created a makeup look with it, but like I want to create another one because I just got the green out of the way. There's these beautiful green shades, and I just wanted to get those out of the way because I feel like those are the colors I always use from every palette I get, either the burgundies, the burnt oranges, or the greens. Those are the number ones I use. And this time I really want to create something. How beautiful is this, by the way? Just how beautiful is this? I want to create something cool tones, like something with the blues. I really want to use this shade in Immortal. I think I have an idea what I'm gonna use. And it's so cool because it has like this body shimmer thing. It's like what like made Edward shining bright like a diamond in the sun. Bitch! Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I still don't know what I would use this in. I just wanted to get it because like I wanted to shine like a diamond. I want to shine like a diamond, like a vampire. I wish it was also for face, you guys. I love the smell. I feel like I want to use this like when I go to the beach or the pool or something like that, like just looking like that healthy glow with a shimmer. And then part of the collection are some liners, which they're so beautiful. There's Vampire. This is actually my favorite. It's like this beautiful burgundy, which I insist, I feel like this palette is missing a beautiful deep burgundy. Like it's missing like that vampire red deep blood shade. It really is. I wish it would have been added. I hope they come up with the, I don't know, second edition of this. I would really love a very gothic looking palette. And we also have the eyeliner in Forever. And this is just, oh, this is a blue. It's a beautiful sparkly blue. It's really pretty. There's the burgundy and then the blue one. And then we have Coven. Coven, I think it's just, it's black. Yeah, it's black with shimmer. It's really shimmery and I like it. I would really love to wear this. Just like a nice, like, thick wing liner with like some lashes. Like just rock it like that alone. Okay, then we have some lip oils. It's Belle's, Team Edward and Jacob. And they're so pretty, like, so pretty. Team Edward, Team Jacob. Remember when that was like going on? There was like t-shirts all over. Oh shit, I already ripped it. Of course I did. I can't be, I'm not a normal person. Okay, we have Belle's, which is obviously it's my favorite. Love Belle's. It's just a sheer burgundy. You know what I would really loved? If these would have been color changing. I would really love that. I actually created some color changing lip oils like that. And like this one. You apply them and then they leave you like a little pinky hue. They change with your pH. I really would have wished that we could have created those with these lip oils. Can you imagine like a really blue one like this with the shimmer? And then boom, it starts changing into like this pinky hue, and like you get to rock it without having to like put an eyeliner, a liner or something on it. It would have been amazing. Would have loved that. And then this one's Team Jacob, which I really love this one. But again, I would have loved it if it would have been color changing, because then it would have had some like pinky hue. And then we have two beautiful highlighters. We have one in Mito and Vampire Skin. I think I'm going to be using Vampire Skin because I already used Mito, which was this beautiful holographic mermaid looking one. And I got a lot of compliments on it actually. You keep asking me like, what highlighter is that? And I was like, it's Twilight. There we go. There it is. So this is Mito. And then this is the Vampire Skin. And this is the one that I'm going to be wearing today. That's my, probably like everywhere. I'm gonna go in with Unconditionally, which is like this bluish gray shade here. So I'm gonna go in with this one. Twilight was like my comfort when I was in high school, you guys. Like I was going through like so much as a teenager that like I would get lost in their books because like their series wasn't out at that time yet. First movie from the whole saga came out when I was like a senior. And so I would like bury myself in their books and just get lost in their books and just read, get my mind off things and just look forward to like the next chapter and just get lost in it pretty much. I loved it. It's really pretty. Almost like a chalky gray. I like it. It's very gray. Ma! It's okay, Mama. Yeah, it's okay. Mama told my son to keep it down a little bit because I was making a YouTube video because he gets overexcited. He's like playing on his PC with like his like virtual friends, and he's like, you know how like they like scream of excitement, stuff like that. She's like, keep it down. And I'm like, yeah, he's good, he's fine. If you guys hear a little kid screaming in the background, you know why. I'm good with that. This is so cool. The Lion and Lamb, it looks green It's this one right here, by the way. It looks green in front, but if you like tilt it to the side, you see that? It's so freaking cool. But it looks like a beautiful sparkly green though. Like that's the I'm gonna go in with irrevocably. And it's even crazier when like you start relating to certain events of like a movie, a series, a book. Like it becomes even like you grow more of a connection because like you can relate. And so like I remember I was going through so many things at the time that like I was like relating to like Bella and events that were happening and stuff like that. So, although like I'm not like a fanatic, I have a soft spot for it. It was like huge to my inner little teenager. Oh yeah, that's a gorgeous blue. Oh my god. So anyways, you guys, the message I was trying to get across is love yourself at every stage, but never stop working on yourself. You can always be better. And once you get to the best, most better version of yourself, then you're good. As long as you're happy and healthy, you're good. Now, if I have somebody thinking I'm unhealthy but I'm happy, I'm telling you right now, that's very toxic to yourself, and you need to learn to love yourself more. Because nobody's gonna love you the way you do. So nobody has the capability of having such big love for yourself than yourself. And if you can't even have that for yourself, why should anybody else? You don't think you're worthy of it, why should anybody? It's so true what they say about people will view you the way you view yourself most of the time. You view yourself as lame, people are gonna view you that way too. You have to project. You have to project how you think of yourself, how you feel of yourself. And for you to do that, you have to, again, first accept yourself, love yourself, and then work on yourself. But the first thing is the acceptance. I feel like some people live in delusion. That's wrong. This is why some people are so offended when somebody speaks of their physical, or somebody points out something about their physical. They're so offended because they live in illusion, because they want to believe it. That's what I'm saying. Acceptance is very important. Then self-love, because love comes with acceptance. And then work on yourself, which is also part of self-love. Work to better yourself. This is my first ColourPop collection that I ever get, by the way. I've always wanted to get their stuff. And then they came out with the Twilight collection. I'm like, yes, this is my moment. My hair's like super dirty, dude. I don't even know how. If I haven't even used it in a long time. How does this even happen? By the way, acceptance and self-love is not something you just accomplish overnight. It's something you gotta gradually work on. But you can totally accomplish it. There's absolutely no reason to hate yourself as a person unless you're a very bad, shitty person. Which if you're not, then you have nothing to worry about. There's no reason why you shouldn't love yourself. If you're a lovable, kind, caring person who is trying their best and trying to make a difference in this world by being kind, by helping others, by doing kind deeds, when nobody's looking, without having to get praised, without having to be applauded, then you're fine. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't love yourself. Also, working on yourself is not only physical, you guys. It's also mentally. Being a better person mentally. For example, those of you guys are easy to lose your cool and road rage. That can end really bad. Not only for you, but also for others. We already know about how many innocent lives have been taken because of road ragers. You're a rude person to others and for no reason. Just because you're not happy with yourself or whatever. That's also something to work on. What is it that you're not happy about? Work on that. Worry on working on that than worrying about others. I'm gonna go in with the Cullens. I'm gonna put in some primer first so I can, like, the pigment can really stick. Not that the ColourPop pigment doesn't stick. I can tell, like, just by the formula, I can tell that if I put it on, it will. But I really want it to pop out. Like, I want it to be like the pop. So I'm gonna go in with some primer. And then I'm gonna apply it. Then I'm gonna wet the brush. And then I'm gonna apply some more. And it's gonna be very metallic and wet looking. Also, working on yourself means working on your traumas. What does that mean? If you haven't been able to get over something from your childhood, get therapy. Because that shit catches up, you guys. That shit seeps up again and catches up. And if you can't move on past it yourself, that probably means that you're gonna need therapy. I've been there already. And I was able to just move past it, thankfully. But had I started feeling the need to get therapy, I 100% would have. Because I'm not going to live like that. Like, I refuse to live with resent. I refuse to live with sadness. I refuse to live with victim mentality. I don't want to live feeling like a victim. Feeling like I was hurt, like I was victimized. I don't want to feel that way. And for you to not feel that way, You have to work on it. If you can't get over it yourself, you're gonna have to get therapy then, because you do have to get over it. And it doesn't mean forgetting about it, like forgetting it ever happened. It means like, okay, it happened, accept it, heal from it, and then just move on from it. Go on with your life without having that influence the way you feel nowadays. Like without that being a reason why today you're gonna feel sad because you remember that event that happened and now you're sad. Like, it's really important, you guys, like peace of mind. It's already been scientifically proven that a lot of like resentments and stuff like that like really influence like diseases and stuff like that. Like whatever situation you went through already harmed you in that moment. Why let it harm you now as a grown person or as somebody who's trying to move on with their lives? Like, why allow that? Don't allow it to have more power over you than it actually has or that it should have. And I know there's a lot of situations that are very hard to get over, but again, that's why there's therapy, that's why there's help. And it's only your responsibility to do so, you guys, okay? It's nobody else's responsibility to fix you, it's only yours. Like, you have to take accountability for yourself. You have to be responsible for yourself. You have to stop blaming others. Because shitty people in the world are always going to exist. Evil people in the world are always going to exist. And if we always find somebody to blame, when is going to be the time where we take responsibility for ourselves and just take the power? Take the power to decide how that's going to affect us in our lives. Take the power to decide how that's going to influence in the way or the person that we're going to be. Can you imagine if I would have allowed all the bullying and the mistreatment I went through as a child influence the person I became? So imagine the kind of person I would have been. Imagine the kind of mom I would have been if I would have allowed them to break me, to get the best out of me. Nope, not me. I totally forgot to put under eye powder before I started going with the eyeshadows. I know better. And now I'm struggling to fully remove it. Struggling. This channel is mainly going to be about like crime stories and maybe scary story times and stuff like that. No, today I just wanted to just catch up with you guys and update. I'm at a really good place in my life, to be honest. I'm finally working on everything I want to accomplish, and I'm actually putting the work into it now. I'm taking accountability for my own actions, like for example, the slacking, the lack of work. And that's in everything, not only on myself, but also on my business, my social media, the content creation, everything. Like, I'm taking accountability. It was all me. If I'm not where I would love to be, it's because of myself, because I slacked, because I didn't put in the work that I should have. At the same time, I was going through some stuff mentally, and that's okay. It's totally fine. The point is to accept it and just work on it. I'm doing that to the best of my power. Like, I'm doing that. Like, sometimes there's still days where I really don't feel like doing anything, and I won't. Like, I won't do anything. I won't be hard on myself or allow myself to feel guilty because I'm giving myself a resting day. Unlike before, because I was always, like, just so mentally exhausted and just telling myself, you have to do it, you have to do it. I would even get even more exhausted. I would end up not doing anything after all. So that's where I am, and I really want to keep this channel. I would love to know what kind of content you would want from me. Like, that is something I would love to know, to see what I can incorporate and stuff like that. But I would really, really love to know, what content do you want from me? Like, what would you like to see from everything that you know I've done? I've done from DIYs, from scary stories, from crime stories, from story times, makeup reviews. I've done it all here. So you tell me, what would you like from me? And I'm gonna go in with Immortal, which is this one. Pretty shade. It's this one right here. It's such a pretty shade. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You see that? It's really pretty. I think I can put my hair down now. It was just getting on the way. I want it to fully dry, so. Run away, love. Run away, love. Oh yeah, and I went darker in my hair. I think you guys noticed that already. I was like so over like the red. And then also, like, so many people went ginger. And I went ginger before I even became a trend. And I don't even know how it became a trend. Like, what made it become a trend. And then not everybody and their mama was with, like, ginger red hair. And I get annoyed. I'm just one of those. Like, if I'm gonna wear something different, it's because, like, I want to look different. Like, I don't want to look like every other girl that is, like, walking into a room. Just one of those. So I just went back to my natural hair color. The girls at work, they were like, oh my god, you look so beautiful, your features pop out. And I'm like, that's because it's my actual natural hair color. We're all made with certain genetics for a reason, because that's how we're gonna look our best. But you know, we all love to play around and have fun with our image. God, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. I'm like looking over here at the screen. This is so pretty. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. Like I bet I've been looking over here this whole time instead of here. Now I'm gonna go in with that pretty liner. First, I'm gonna go in with some blush because I usually like to put blush and highlighter and then set everything and then go on with the rest. That's what I'm gonna do first. I actually like this one a lot. No, I'm gonna go with this one. It's like my most loved blush from here. It's called Romantic Rose from Milani Cosmetics. Do I have ColourPop blushes? No, I don't. No, I don't. Soon. I can't wait to, like, you know, get into more like makeup collections and stuff like that and use them as I'm getting ready. I love all that. I really love this blush. Just goes with everything. Oh my god, you guys, I have some exciting news to share with you. This to me is like super exciting because I love, like, hard work paid off. So I have this fragrance TikTok. Oh, I think the battery's dying. Hold on. So I have a fragrance TikTok and all I do there is review and talk about fragrance because, as I mentioned before, I work in fragrance. That's my weekend job. I've been in retail for a good 8 years now, so I have a lot of fragrance knowledge, a lot of cosmetics, skincare and all that stuff. So I review fragrances on my TikTok. It's called Luscious Scents. If you're interested, if you're a collector, if you love fragrance, if you love to know about fragrance, it's called Luscious Scents. One of my videos made it to 1.4 million views, you guys. Are you kidding me right now? And then I had like 200 followers there. Like 200 followers there. I don't know if it happened overnight or within the matter of like a couple of days, but I gained 2.5K. I wish I would have said a million, right? But obviously, like, compared to nowadays monsters of social media, like, it may be nothing, but to me it's a lot. It's a huge accomplishment. And I am very, very happy and very excited. And I went live with them last Sunday, about a week ago. And oh my god, you guys, I can't even explain the type of experience I had. That experience influenced me in such a positive way. Interacting with them, it was just so lovely. Like, I can't even explain it, you guys. And I am so looking forward to going live with them again and creating more content. It's amazing. First things God, the next one to blow up is gonna be my business page, my lip gloss business page. I love this setting spray. This is the Professional Super Setter. So good. Love this one. If you want to support my little fragrance community I'm building, you can follow me at Luscious Scents on TikTok. Yesterday, like, I had a cheat meal. I had some Taco Bell. For the past 3 weeks, I had been craving it, but like I was able to like talk myself out of it and just convince myself not to. But yesterday, I was just not having the best day. And so I was like, I'm gonna eat my Taco Bell today. And I actually made a story time because this reminded me of a time when I was like 6 years old. And I don't know if you guys remember that like late 90s Taco Bell commercial. There was like a little chihuahua at the end that will come out saying, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." I want Taco Bell. And so because of that commercial, I like grew this like obsession with chihuahuas. Like, I was so obsessed with chihuahuas, I wanted a chihuahua. And I was still in Mexico at this time. Like, I was still living in Mexico. Because of that commercial, I would call chihuahuas Taco Bells, like Taco Bell. One time, my cousins and I were playing, because where our homes are built, it's a lot of land. And so next to us, there was just plain empty land. Before, like, one of my aunts built her house there, it was just like plain clean land. And then, oh shit, I fucked up. Damn. See how I fix it. We can fix it, but like, it's just so annoying. I can fix them. After you got to the end of this piece of land, there was like this big vintage house there. And it was like this old vintage looking house. And my cousins and I were wandering off, and we were just playing over there. And I noticed they had 3 little chihuahuas, you guys. They had 3 little chihuahuas. And so I remember seeing the little chihuahuas and then like saying, Taco Bells. Like, cause like to me, chihuahuas were Taco Bells, right? And so me and my cousins thought it would be a great idea for me to go in there and snatch one. So I did. Because I noticed that the window was broken. And this house was fenced around, but it was like that fishnet kind of fence. And it was all like dirt. So under the fence, there was like this hole big enough for like a little 6-year-old to fit in. coincidentally. So my little ass just climbs into this hole and then goes into their property, and I snatch not one, not two, but I snatch all 3 little chihuahuas. So I give them over to my cousins, and then I climb my little ass back out. And then we went like straight to my house, and like I'm like so happy because I have like these little Taco Bells, right? Because Taco Bells. And then one of my cousins was like, oh my god, can I have one? I'm like, yeah, you can have one. Over here giving them away like they were mine. And then we go to my mom, and my mom's like, where did you get those? And when we told her what house we got these little chihuahuas from, like her expression just went like blank, kind of like in panic. Okay, I don't want to mess this one up. That's a really pretty liner. I like the way this one's like more pigmented than the black one. Last time I tried the black one and I felt like it didn't have enough pigment. I had to keep going back to like filling little gaps that were like sheer. So I really like the fact that this blue one is more pigmented. Really, really love that. You know, there's something that you can expect from me. It's always honesty. And that's the only thing that I had a problem with the black one. But it's nothing that a little second layer can't fix, you know. But, you know, we all love that super highly pigmented black liner. Anyways, it turns out that the reason why she kind of went like a little panic mode was because the owner of the house was known to be like an armed man, and I guess he had like already like scared some people away with one. Like, I don't know if they're like roaming around his property, and he just like, I don't know, he came out and scared them away with an arm. So she told us, she goes, you guys better go put those dogs back because that man is known, you know, to be armed and to be like aggressive and blah, blah, blah. I don't want any problems here, blah, 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 right? So I started crying, you guys. Like, I was like so devastated. I remember like all I kept saying was like, yo quiero Taco Bell, yo quiero Taco Bell. Like, I was just so devastated because the little commercial, right? The little chihuahua would say that. There we go, walking back in defeat to the house. And I hand over the chihuahuas to my cousins, and I climb my little ass under the fence again. And then my cousins like pass me the little chihuahuas. I put them back, and then I climb my ass little back out. And I was like going home sobbing and crying, and because in our little minds we couldn't understand why we couldn't just keep them, right? Like, it didn't click that it wasn't ours to keep, that it wasn't, we were like literally stealing these little dogs. But I guess like the way my little brain saw it is like I was rescuing these little chihuahuas because this was like a big vintage like abandoned looking house. It had a broken window, the fence was all messed up, it was like in really bad shape. And then one of them had like a whole bunch of purple stuff, and like I know that as mentiolate, I don't know what it's called here, but it's like this like medicine type of liquid that is used like when you're wounded or like you have some kind of skin condition. And like one of the little chihuahuas had that like all over, I think it was like the left side of his little head, it was like all over. So to me, like, I was rescuing these little Taco Bells, you know. Which my personal TikTok, it's Carmen, by the way, which is now the name of my YouTube channel, because Luscious Beauty was meant to be more for like makeup reviewing and tutorials and stuff like that. But like I started creating all kinds of different contents like DIYs and crime stories and scary stories and story times. So I want to be a little more appropriate. So I'm just gonna call it It's Carmen. Carmen is my middle name. Only my family calls me that, but you guys can call me whatever you want. You guys can call me Maria or Carmen. I don't care. I used to like not like regular people calling me Carmen because I felt like it was such a personal name, I guess. And also because like I felt like Carmen didn't go with me. But it's fine. I learned to accept that like my name is Carmen. And honestly, I kind of wish I would have introduced myself to the general public as Carmen, because like there's so many Marias that literally when they say Maria, like 5 of us turn around at the same time, except the one that they're calling. I'm just kidding. Okay, on my lips, I'm debating whether I'm actually going to use one of the lip oils. So like it would be more appropriate for me to go with this one, huh? I feel like I do want to use it, but I want to use it with a lip liner. Let me see what lip liner I can use this with. Maybe like a pinky hue lip liner. Yes. This one, like, when the 99 was still around. Bought it at the 99-cent store with like a lip kit, and I don't even know what it is. So it's called Color Spell. So I'm just gonna go in with this one. But you guys, I feel like I want to create more like, not vintage, but like more like old crime stories. All the new crime stories, they don't really have a lot of mystery to it. Back then, there wasn't any technology or social media or places where you can look for signs and clues. So there's more mystery to it. The most interesting thing from back then is like the way people used to live and the things they used to believe in. I feel like it's going to be more exciting to cover those. And then maybe some scary stories. We'll see. The last time I told a scary story on camera, I had a very bad experience. Like I started feeling some tense energies here in my home. So that's why I kind of stopped. I haven't welcomed anything in. So it is what it is. We'll deal with that. I'm just going to go in. And see, it works out. Perfect. Oh, this is really pretty. What do you guys think? It's really pretty. Kind of mixing it in a little bit. There you go. It turned into a really pretty color actually with the lip liner. I'm just gonna go change real quick. I bought like a whole bunch of Shane clothing. I'm like so excited because I received my package like a few days back. But I kind of want to do a haul on my TikTok, like on It's Carmen. As of right now, I'm gonna pick out a piece and then just change real quick and I'll be back. So I feel like I might have found an outfit. I really love this one. It's so cute. It's like I don't know, like little vests, sweater thingy. It's like knitted, and then I have like these see-through because it's kind of chilly, but like I know at work like I'm gonna get a little hot, and I feel like I want to wear this one underneath, so it's like I get the color and I get like the professionalism for it, but like it's not like hot. So I'm gonna try it on. Okay, so I ended up like not going with that outfit after all because like I just wasn't feeling it, and it started getting a little warm, so I just thought like I'm probably gonna feel like super warm. So I went with like the see-through piece instead. I just put a black spaghetti stripe underneath, and I added like this little bow just for like, I don't know, I just thought it looked too plain. Like it was all the way up here and it looked too plain, so I just added like this little bow, and I'm gonna wear it with like these boots. They're so cute. But I actually have been really happy with my Shane purchases. I at first was like really like hesitant, but I actually have been like really happy and not disappointed at all. All these little purchases are like a reward to me because like I once told myself, like in the times that I was being like super mean to myself, I told myself that I wouldn't get myself a new wardrobe until I lost all the weight that I should lose. That was like so mean. Like why would I punish myself for developing something that I didn't intend to or I didn't ask for? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, please, if you have any content suggestions, let me know. Let me know any ideas of what you would like to see from me, and then we can incorporate it. Till next time, you guys. Bye.